Hello students, in this video we will discuss about the nucleic acids which are the macrobiomolecules. In our previous video we had talked about nucleotides and nucleosides, and here we are discussing about nucleic acid, and in this video we will discuss about a particular nucleic acid, that is DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid. Clear? This is the polymer of DNA. It is the polymer of nucleotides. DNA is the polymer of nucleotide. It means it has pentose sugar, one nitrogenous base, and phosphoric acid is found attached with them. That is the nucleotide, and many of the nucleotides join to form a DNA. Now DNA is the genetic material. Its structure is double helical structure, which was given by Watson and Crick. Watson and Crick gave the double helical structure of DNA. Helical structure of DNA. In this, the two strands of DNA are arranged in a coiling manner that is called as helix. Suppose if the spiral staircase is there, a spiral staircase in which two railings are run parallel to each other, and when it is turning, the stairs behaves like the nitrogenous bases, and the two railings are the two strands of DNA. In between the stairs are there, and these stairs behaves like the nitrogenous bases. Suppose this is a one stair, this is the another stair, it gets twisted at 36 degree of angle. Again the next stair is there, it also gets twisted at 36 degree angle. Clear? To form a spiral arrangement. ठीक है, जिस तरह से हमारे पास स्पाइरल सीढ़ियां होती है ना, गोल वाली सीढ़ियां जिनके थ्रू हम जाते हैं, गोल तरीके की सीढ़ियां जो है, इस तरह का स्ट्रक्चर हमें देखना है, जिसमें दो रेलिंग जो होती है वो दोनों एक दूसरे के पैरेलल रन करती है. दे आर नॉट ओवरलैपिंग ईच अदर. ठीक है, वो कहीं भी एक दूसरे को कट नहीं करती है, कहीं भी एक दूसरे पे ओवरलैप नहीं होती है. तो इस तरह का स्ट्रक्चर हमारे पास प्रेजेंट होता है किसका? डीएनए का. टू स्ट्रैंड्स आर देयर, बोथ आर एंटी पैरेलल टू ईच अदर. ठीक है, उनमें जो पोलैरिटी होती है वो एंटी पैरेलल होती है, उसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे. द अमाउंट ऑफ नाइट्रोजनस बेस, क्लियर, द नाइट्रोजनस बेसेस पेयर्स द बेस पेयर रूल्स गिवन बाय चारगाफ. क्लियर, चारगाफ ने कुछ बेस पेयर रूल्स दिए थे. उन बेस पेयर रूल्स के बेसिस पे यहां पर बेस पेयर्स अरेंज रहते हैं. द एडेनिन पेयर्स विद थाइमिन and it attached with thymine with double bond, and the cytosine pairs with the guanine with the triple bond. Clear? Adenine pairs with thymine and cytosine pairs with guanine. The quantity of adenine is always equal to the quantity of thymine, and its ratio, the A and T ratio, is always 1. In case of this, the amount of cytosine is equal to the amount of guanine, and the cytosine guanine ratio is also 1. Clear? A plus G, it means the amount of both the purines is equal to the pyrimidines. In case of DNA, we know that in case of DNA, adenine and guanine are the purine, and thymine and cytosine are the pyrimidines. So amount of A plus G, adenine and guanine, these are the purines, it is equal to the T plus C, it means these are the pyrimidines. So the amount of purines and pyrimidines is also equal. A plus C is equal to 1. The amount of adenine and cytosine is equal to, not equal to 1, it is equal to the G plus T. Clear? Once more the base pair rules. A pairs with T with double bond. It means adenine pairs with thymine with double bond. And the ratio of A and T is always equal to 1. Cytosine pairs with guanine with triple bond and its amount is always equal and the ratio is equal to 1. The amount of both the purines is equal to the amount of both the pyrimidines. The amount of one purine and one pyrimidine, that is A plus C, is equal to G plus T, the amount of guanine and thymine. These both are equal and the ratio is variable. It means A plus T upon C plus G. This ratio is variable in different cells. For example, in case of yeast cell, it is 1.49. In case of T2 bacteriophage, this in case of yeast, and in case of T2 bacteriophage, it is about 1.86. It is 1.86 in T2 bacteriophage. Clear? So its amount may be variable in different type of cells. Otherwise, these base pair rules are same in all the type of DNAs. Clear? Basically, the DNA are of 5 types. We will discuss it later. DNA A, B, C, D and Z type of DNA are there. So these are the different types of DNA. About these DNA we will discuss later. Now come to the structure of DNA. Clear? The DNA is a double helical model. This double helical two-stranded are parallel to each other. Clear? And the polarity is anti-parallel to each other. How the anti-polarity is there? So we will discuss about this structure. First of all, we have to draw the simple structure of DNA, the two strands, and after that we will draw the skeletal structure, which is made up of pentose sugar, phosphoric acid and the nitrogenous bases. Here the two strands. One strand is this. This is coiled here like this. This is not overlapping. Clear? So this is the one strand. Here it again gets a turn. This is the turn, and here it again gets a turn. So this is the one strand. Now how the second strand is going to draw? This is the second strand which is found parallel to this. So this is the second strand. This is the second strand. It goes parallel to this. Clear? We will erase this from here. Again we will erase from this from here. Clear? This is the second strand of DNA. Here again this forms one more turn here. This is the next turn, and here this goes like this. So this is the structure of DNA, in which this is the anti-parallel structure. Here the two strands which runs parallel to each other without overlapping or without crossing each other. Now this type of structure is wrong. Here the cross is there. So there is no cross between, or there is no overlapping between the two strands. So this is the structure of DNA. In this case, we will see one major groove and one minor groove. This groove is the minor groove and this is the major groove. Here this is minor groove and this is the major groove. If we draw a line between this, then the distance is about 20 angstrom. This distance is about, it means the distance between both of the strands is about 20 angstrom. And if we count a turn, the 360 degree turn, so in one turn, we can see this is the one turn. ठीक है, ये हमारे पास एक टर्न है जिसमें पूरा का पूरा जो डीएनए है एक टर्न पूरा 360 का कंप्लीट करता है, यहाँ से स्टार्ट होकर अगेन ऐसा ही स्ट्रक्चर यहाँ पे हमें दिखता है। तो 360 का एक टर्न जब ये पूरा कंप्लीट करता है तो इट्स लेंथ इज अबाउट 34 एंगस्ट्रॉम। Here the base pairs are present and in each major groove 10 base pairs are present. These are the base pairs like the stairs. Clear? So these are the base pairs and in each major groove about 10 base pairs are present. So the difference or the distance between two base pairs is about 3.4 angstrom. Clear? So this is the structure. Now we will draw the skeletal structure of this DNA. How the phosphoric acid and the nitrogenous bases are found attached with the pentose sugar. Both of the strands are anti-parallel to each other. It means here if the 3' end is there, it means the third carbon of the sugar is free. Then its next end, that is, this is the next end. Here the 5 carbon is found free. The opposite polarity is present on the next strand. Here the 5th carbon is free and there the third carbon is free. So this type of antipolarity is found. So we will see the antipolarity in these DNA molecules. So we will draw the skeletal. This is the pentose sugar. I am drawing here the pentose sugar. So this is the pentose sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5th carbon is there. So here I am drawing only the 5th carbon. This is the 5th carbon and this 5th carbon phosphoric acid is found attached. At the first carbon nitrogenous base is found attached. Suppose the nitrogenous base is adenine. Clear? This is the adenine. So this is the structure of a nucleotide in which sugar is there. This is the nitrogenous base and here the phosphoric acid is found attached. I am drawing the next nucleotide. Again the pentose sugar is there and here the thymine is the nitrogenous base and here also the phosphoric acid is found attached with the 5th carbon, and we know that at this 3rd carbon one hydroxyl group is there. So in case of deoxyribose sugar, one functional group is present at the 3rd carbon. So here the one hydroxyl group is there. I am drawing the 3rd nitrogenous base, 3rd sugar. This is the 3rd sugar. Here the nitrogenous base is suppose cytosine. Here again the phosphoric acid is there and here again one functional group is present. Clear? Now these are bonded, phosphoric acid and the functional group are bonded. That's why the bond is formed as phosphodiester bond, because two bonds are there, first and second. Now first is with 5th carbon of the sugar and the second is with the functional group of the previous one sugar. Clear? So this is called as the phosphodiester bond and this is the glycosidic bond. This type of structure is present at the first strand. And on the second strand, here we are seeing that in case of 5th carbon, the 5th carbon is free and here we see that the 3rd carbon is free. Clear? The 3rd carbon is free. Now we will draw the next strand, and in case of the next strand it is anti-parallel, so I am drawing it opposite direction. This is the sugar. This is the ribose sugar, deoxyribose sugar. This is the first carbon, and at first carbon nitrogenous base is there. This is C, and opposite C, G is there. So in between these triple bond is present, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th carbon is there, and at this 5th carbon phosphoric acid is found attached. Here the OH group, the functional group at the 4th carbon, at the 3rd carbon. Clear? Now the next, this is the next sugar. This is the first carbon, and at first carbon nitrogenous base is there. It pairs with T and attached with double bond. 1, 2, 3 at 3rd carbon OH group is there, and at 4th and at 5th carbon, this is the 5th carbon, here the phosphoric acid is attached. Next, one more sugar I am drawing. This is the next sugar, and at first carbon nitrogenous base is found attached. It is attached with a double bond. At 3rd carbon OH group is there, and at 5th carbon phosphoric acid is found attached. This is the 5th carbon. Clear? So here the phosphoric group is found attached. This is attached with this OH, this with this OH, and this with this OH. Clear? So in case of this one, just a minute, the bonding is not like this. In case of this, the 5th carbon is free. Here, this is the 5th carbon, and this 5th carbon is free. This bonds with this bond with this, and this bond with this, and the 3rd carbon is found free. So in case of this, the 3rd carbon is free. So here the antipolarity is present. This is the 5' end, and this is the 3' end, because in case of this, the 5th carbon is free, and in this case the 3rd carbon is free. In this strand, 3rd carbon is free, and here the 5th carbon is free. So this is the antipolarity, and this is the skeletal structure of the DNA molecule. Clear? So this is about the structure of DNA and the different type of base pairs which are found in the DNA. Now come to the types of DNA. On the basis of the number of base pairs and the coiling, whether the coiling is right-handed or the left-handed, so on the basis of number of base pairs and the coiling, the DNA molecules are of 5 types, that is DNA A, DNA B, DNA C, DNA D, and DNA Z. These are the 5 types of DNA. We had drawn the structure of DNA B, which was the most common, and it is given by Watson and Crick. This is the structure of DNA B. So the number of base pairs per turn, how many base pairs are there, and which type of coiling is there. On this basis, the DNA is of 5 types. In case of DNA A, 11 base pairs are present in one turn. In case of DNA B, 10 base pairs are present in one turn. In case of DNA C, that is 9.33 base pairs are present in one turn. In case of D, 8 base pairs, and in case of Z, 12 base pairs are there. Out of these 4 types of DNA, A, B, C and D are right-handed. Clear? It means the coiling is right-handed coiling is present in them, means clockwise. And in case of DNA Z, the left-handed coiling is present. So these are the different types of DNA. Out of these, we have drawn the structure of DNA B, which was given by Watson and Crick. So this is all about the different types and structure of DNA. This is a genetic material, and it is a type of nucleic acid. In our next video, we will discuss about one another nucleic acid that is called as RNA. Thank you very much.